Something weird is going on. It's Jim with CGC Sports Illustrated. This is an unboxing video. I've got 5 slabs in this box. You know the rules. I know what the issues are. I don't know what the grades are. You get my live reaction for the first time on this video. There's only one Sports Illustrated issue in here. And I think this is part of a trend. I can't remember if I talked about this on my videos, but I know I've talked about it on social media. Modern, ultra-modern Sports Illustrated. I'm talking about Sports Illustrated that have come out in the last, 2 or 3 years. They're boring. I hate to say it because I'm a huge Sports Illustrated fan, but what Sports Illustrated is putting out right now these days is flat out boring. They produce, because they're monthly now, but they put a couple special issues out there. They produce maybe 15, 18 issues a year. I'd say the last few years, 2 or 3 of them have been probably worth getting and finding and trying to get graded. And really only one probably is like really interesting. The other 2, I'm just like, nah, okay, I guess so. It's really kind of a bummer. But it's where we're at right now. I think that's probably why you see so many Slam magazines, especially modern Slam magazines that I'm getting graded, because what Slam is doing is just so much more interesting. Their covers look better. Their first covers are better. Their numbered metal editions are better. They're putting stars on the cover. You even get an action shot for, within a game every now and then, which is almost impossible to find on a Sports Illustrated cover these days. They're all studio shots, which just flat out stink for collectors. So there's only one Sports Illustrated in here. I have a game program, very interesting. I love game programs, so we'll see that. Got a copy of Rolling Stone. If you watch my other videos, bet you know which one this is. I have a wrestling piece. The more and more I get into wrestling magazines, game programs, the more and more I love it. I'm getting way into some wrestling stuff these days, and so we got that, and I'll have a tasty little story about that as well. Got a swimsuit issue. Oh, I'll take that back. I got 2 Sports Illustrated issues. One is a swimsuit issue, which I think has a chance of me completing what I will call the trifecta of this supermodel. So that's going to be really fun. And then I have, shockingly enough, an ultra-modern Sports Illustrated that I thought was interesting and was worth collecting. So that's what's up on today's show. Let's dig in and take a look at these and find out what's going on. I'll give you another update on PSA because apparently that's all anybody wants to talk to me about. When I get a text message or a DM or a comment, it's Jim. It's first quarter 2025. That's when PSA said they were hoping to be up and running with their grading. What's going on? Where are we at? Haven't talked to them in a little while. I'll do that and get some updated information. But you know what? This is a brand new project. They're starting from scratch. If you've ever, run your own business, which I've run multiple, not only my own business, but I've been, the head of regular commercial multi-million dollar businesses. You get these ideas, you get these initiatives, you want to do them, they never go as fast as you want them to. So I would expect now, and I'm not saying this with any inside information from PSA, because like I said, I haven't talked to them in a little while. I think it's probably more likely that PSA will not be grading until this summer, maybe even this fall. It's just a lot. It's a lot to start these up. It's a lot to get something going, and they never happen as fast as you want to. So that's my latest guesstimate with PSA. Okay, 5 slabs in these box. You know the rules. I know these issues, but I do not know the grades. So sometimes you'll see me get excited. Sometimes we get to have a lot of fun and push the 9.8 button and have a little mini rave here in my home office. Sometimes I get a 9.6 and I end up bawling my eyes out in the fetal position in the corner. And then sometimes it's just fun. Let's hope this is one of the fun ones. I'm trying to think, do I have a shot at 9.8 on any of these? I don't. No, I do. Okay. Get ready. One of these has a shot at 9.8. This is it. Turns out it's not a 9.8. It's the dreaded 9.6. Okay, we're doing this. Now that I have 2 phones, we're going to the QR code and see, surprisingly, CGC's done a little bit better. Traditionally, you never got any grader notes on a 9.6, and rarely anything on anything is a high point, is above a 9.0. Very light scuff cover. Yep, I see it. Very light indent top of back cover. Oh, there's a roller mark there. I've talked about those a lot. Yeah, that's a roller mark. Those are frequently impossible to get out. People ask me all the time, Jim, why would I get an ultra-modern Sports Illustrated pressed? Right here. That's why I do it. This was probably a 9.0 when I bought it raw. Couldn't quite get it to a 9.8, but got it to a 9.6. Victor Wembanyama, first pro cover. That is a distinction. They got the labeling right. First, Victor Wembanyama cover as a professional. How about that, CGC? Good for you. You will see first pro cover sometimes noted or abbreviated as FPC. Sometimes I get lazy in my social media posts and I'll put FPC. And I hate acronyms because it's like so inside baseball and excludes people. And people are like, what the heck's that mean? So I hate doing them, but sometimes I just get in a hurry and just type that out. So if you ever see FPC, that stands for first pro cover. If you ever see FC, that just stands for first cover all around. This one just came out November 2024. Goose egg on the 9.8. None so far. Now, I'm sure some will come out as I bought this on the day it was released. Boom, pressed it, sent it off to CGC right away. So I'm sure we'll get some 9.8s. But as of right now, 2 9.6s. That's the top pop. 7 9.4s and an 8.5. Projected this at 9.6. Very condition sensitive with all that black ink on the back and on the front. I have concerns about Wembanyama, not as a player, but from a collectible standpoint. And here's where I'm going with this. 2 main reasons. Number one, and the most importantly, there's way too much Victor Wembanyama product in the market. Sports cards, magazines, jerseys, shoes, all sorts of memorabilia, autographs. The market has been flooded with Victor Wembanyama memorabilia. That concerns me. Number 2, he's great. He's wonderful, exciting, spectacular. Does crazy stuff that a guy who's 7'4" shouldn't do. He's not all that exciting to watch. I mean, he's a little bit more exciting to watch than Tim Duncan. But Tim Duncan, nobody tuned in to watch, oh, Tim Duncan's playing tonight. I can't miss that. John Morant, and Edwards, even Steph and LeBron, still more interesting to watch play. And I think it's just the way the game is today for big men like Wemby and Joker and the other guys, just not that exciting to watch. So I am concerned about Victor Wembanyama's collectability. Too much product in the market, and he's a great player. He's great. He's amazing. He's spectacular. He's wonderful. Just kind of boring. If you don't think that matters, how collectible is Tim Duncan? Tim Duncan could easily be, top 2 center of all time. Nobody cares. It's just the way it is. Not saying it's right. Just saying that's the way it is. All right. That was the only shot I had at 9.6, so I'm going to need some top pop. I'm going to need some top pops. I need a lot of them to make this box, keep this box from making me really angry and ruining my whole day. Next up. Oh, just changed. The whole mood just changed right there with a 9.4. This is amazing, and I got a great story about this. Christy Brinkley swimsuit issue came out on February 4th, 1980. This 9.4 is a tippy top pop because the next closest is 9.0. There are 3 of those. There are 6 8.5s. There are 2 8.0s. Projected this at 9.2, so did better than my projection. So Christy Brinkley has technically been on 4 covers. She did the three-peat, 1979, 1980, and 1981. Yeah. This is the 1980 issue. She was also on the group cover in 2024. There was about, 10 different models on that cover. So technically been on 4. But the big 3 that the people want are her solo covers, 79, 80, 81. I now have the top pop for all 3 of those. I have the top pop 1979. I have the top pop 1980. And I have the top pop 1981. The Christy Brinkley trifecta. And in celebration of that, let's go to these 2 clips that she was in with Chevy Chase in the movie Vacation. Comedy gold.
What did you say? Did you hear him do something? Stop it, Mark. Lose control and I think I like it. I'm so excited and I just can't hide it. He started. I don't care who started. I want to. I don't care who started. I don't want to hear another word out. You don't want to think about tomorrow. Sweet memories will last a long, long time. We'll have a good time, baby. Clark, you're doing 80 miles an hour.
Doesn't seem like it, does it, honey?
Slow down!
I had some lonely nights. I'll admit I cried sometimes 'cause you were out of my life. Then you called my name and you came back again. I feel so inspired, kissing your lips of fire. Little boy, sweet little boy, sweet little boy of mine. I'm a little closer. I want to show you what's on my mind. Here in the night, here in the night, here in the night together. I want to show you love so warm and tender.
Mom, my sandwich is all wet. They're all wet, but... Oh, God. The dog went on the picnic basket. What happened? What happened to your hair? You're sweating. Are you blushing?
Don't be silly.
Are you all right, Clark?
Hell yes, I'm fine. I'm having a ball.
Just hilarious. Love that. Interestingly enough, that movie came out after her 3 Sports Illustrated solo cover appearances. She may have been, can make an argument for Cheryl Tiegs and some other, pinup girls from the 40s and 50s, but really the term supermodel was invented for Christy Brinkley. 9.4, top on that 1980 swimsuit cover. Oh, it does make up for that 9.6 Wemby. I would take that 9.4 Christy Brinkley. Happy to have that 9.6 Wemby if that's a trade I got to get. If you were to give me a 9.8 Wemby and a 8.5 Brinkley, I'd take the other. 9.6 Wemby, 9.4 Brinkley. I'm happy. Next up. Pretty good. That's pretty good. Man, see a lot of these, don't you? See a lot of them. Almost every one I see, right there on the slab says subscription edition. Ultra crazy rare to find a newsstand copy of Hulk Hogan's first and only Sports Illustrated cover. It does that. I don't know why CGC has been doing that lately. It didn't used to do that. That's new. It says, first and only Hulk Hogan Sports Illustrated cover. And I get what they're trying to do. They're trying to make it more clear, trying to give you more information. Most of the time, I love that. The problem is, what if Hulk Hogan's on a Sports Illustrated cover tomorrow for some reason? Well, then this slab is outdated. So I don't care for that. I think CGC's heart is in the right place by doing it. They've started doing it on some other covers. I think Evil Knievel's the one that pops into my mind. It says first and only Sports Illustrated cover. Now, Evil Knievel's been dead for a long time. Probably not ever going to be on another Sports Illustrated cover, but it for guys that are still alive, it worries me. One of these times, they're going to put first and only Sports Illustrated cover, and then that athlete is going to show up on another cover, and then all the old labels are going to be incorrect and wrong. All right, let's not get off on that. I love this. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Hulk Hogan, first cover, came out on April 29th, 1985. There are 3 graded at 9.2. Now let's go into a little story here. I own one of those at 9.2. I bought it already slabbed. There are a couple of bends that I can see in that slab. So that is a high priority crack and press. And I get this question all the time. Jim, what are you doing? Are you just sending? We're all waiting for PSA to start grading magazines. Are you still sending a ton of stuff into CGC? Are you holding stuff back and waiting for PSA? What are you doing? The answer is I'm doing both. I'm still sending stuff into CGC, but I got a couple of little gems, more than a couple, actually a lot of gems, that I'm holding back and waiting for PSA. So I think it's pretty safe to say that my very first PSA submission, whenever they open things up, I am going to have a crack-in press of a 9.2 Hulk Hogan that I think will eventually be, that'll turn out to be the top pop overall, regardless of CGC or PSA. So that's coming. There are 6 at 8.5. There are now 3 at 8.0. I had projected this at an 8.5. So just missed it a little bit to the downside. I'm sorry, let's go over those pop reports again. There are 3 at 9.2. There's 1 at 9.0. There's 5 at 8.5. Projected this is an 8.5. I love this issue. I'm not going to ruin it, but I have a delicious Hulk Hogan surprise that will be coming in a future unboxing video that has been at least a year in the making, maybe going on 18 months in the making. So one of these days, I've alluded to it on a couple of these videos, one of these days, we're going to have one hell of an unboxing video, and it's going to be awesome, and it's going to include Hulk Hogan, but we still got to wait for a little while. Let's go to the tape. Hulk Hogan highlights. One and only Hulk Hogan, an American icon. Love everything about it. Love that 8.0 on that Hulk Hogan. That's awesome. 9.4 Christy Brinkley swimsuit. 8.0 Hulk Hogan newsstand. We are crushing it here. 2 left. Let's see what we can do. 2 left. I don't like that waviness. That looks a little weird. Okay. Yeah. All right. 7.0, not great. I knew there were some problems with this. Wow, 7.0 looks a little harsh. That looks a little harsh. Let's go to the grader notes. Now that I finally got a new phone and using my old phone is the only thing I use my old phone for. It's the only reason I kept my old phone, because you can always trade it in. I'm like, I'm not trading it in. Told my wife, not trading it in. I need it for when I do my unboxing videos so I can pull up the grader notes, because I record these videos on my main phone. Here are the grader notes. Spine stress lines color, multiple scuffs back cover, writing bottom of back cover. Oh, you're crazy. There ain't no writing on the bottom of the back cover. Oh, okay. Fair CGC. There is a really nasty writing indentation. You'll see this common. So think about it. You got a magazine laying on your kitchen table or whatever, and you got to write something down. So you put a piece of paper over the top of the magazine, you write on it. So while the ink's not on the magazine itself, you just put some really deep pen marks on the magazine itself. This one had some really deep ones. A lot of times I can get those out. These were so deep and so nasty, I couldn't get them out. Made them look better in the pressing process, but you can still see a little bit of the shadow. So that's fair CGC on this. 7.0 still seems a little rough of a grade for those flaws, but not bad. Okay, Rolling Stone, Taylor Swift first cover. There are 4 at 9.8. There are 2 at 9.6, 3 at 9.4. I projected this at 7.5, so another miss to the downside. Talked about this many times. Rolling Stone has some of the most iconic covers in history. Bummer is the vast majority you can't get graded because Rolling Stone is an oversized magazine, doesn't fit in the slabs, nobody will grade them. And PSA has no plans to do that either, so it's going to be a long, long time before oversized magazines get graded. But there was a window there from about 2008 to 2016. If that's wrong, don't come at me. It gives you the idea. There was a window there where they made normal-sized magazines, like this one. Taylor Swift is easily the most sought after out of all of those in that range. I was getting ready for this video, prepping it out. I was going to do Taylor Swift highlights, and then I thought, you know what? Like, I was going to do it clip together all the times they go to her in the box during a Chiefs game. And I thought, you know what? I actually like you, so I didn't want to lose a whole bunch of YouTube subscribers by doing that. So that's my gift to you. I was going to do Taylor Swift highlights, but I didn't because I figured it would upset everybody. Okay, last one. It's that wrestling program we talked about. Ooh, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Not bad. Okay, so this is WWF Championship Wrestling number 27. This was an event program from the event November 19th, 1979. Took place at Madison Square Garden. I got to read most of it off of here because it's difficult to find information about, when I was prepping this, about this specific event. So I'm really loving vintage wrestling stuff. I'm loving these vintage programs. Madison Square Garden. You got Big Bad Bobby Duncan, Bob Backlund, Dusty Rhodes, Swede Hansen on the cover. I'm trying to get the event card. Vince McMahon, promoter, says so right on there. How cool is that? Monday, November 19th, 1979, WWF Championship Wrestling, Madison Square Garden. Interesting. And then on the back, oh, geez, you got the Iron Sheik. This is awesome. Very cool piece here. Love that grade. There were absolutely none in the population. This is the first time this one's ever been graded. Projected at 7.0. Blew the doors off of that projection. Very fun box. That Hulk Hogan was a home run. The Christy Brinkley was a home run. And the others were still at least a lot of fun. Appreciate you watching. Find me on social media. Same username as here. CGC Sports Illustrated. If you are interested in my comic and magazine, yes, I do comics as well. I'll press pretty much anything. I pressed album covers. I pressed the album inner sleeves. I pressed game tickets for people to get graded. Any sort of paper product that's flat, I can press it. So, but mostly comics and magazines. If you're interested in that service, find me on social media, shoot me a DM, drop a comment here on YouTube. You are awesome for watching these videos, and I appreciate it as always. Thank you.